Let's return to our top story now in the Sydney abattoir that's been closed after footage emerged showing animals being beaten before their slaughter. Peter Day is the Executive Director of Compliance and Enforcement at the New South Wales Food Authority, and he joins us now from Sydney. Good morning. How disturbing did you find this footage?
Good morning. We found it very shocking, hence the action we have taken as of yesterday afternoon.
And just tell us that action.
We've ceased operations at the abattoir pending a full investigation that we'll be conducting with DPI and also the RSPCA.
And the vision shows pigs being beaten with iron rods and what one vet has described as excessive use of electric cattle rods. What checks would this abattoir have been subject to?
The abattoir is subject to unannounced inspections and audits from the authority. It would also receive inspections from other relevant agencies where there were complaints received. In terms of this footage, the minute we saw the footage, we were of the opinion that this was a critical issue, and we've taken the action necessary to stop further issues happening to the animals out there.
So, in your knowledge, were all those checks carried out as they should have been at this particular abattoir?
Well, the abattoir employees have undertaken the training in the past in terms of how to do these operations humanely and correctly. The audits were indicating that the issues were under control there and that there was no breaches that we saw of that footage. But obviously the cameras that were placed in the abattoir have indicated the opposite to that, and we'll be taking further action in regards to that evidence.
And so will the audit procedures also be reviewed?
Well, the audit procedures are unannounced. We will obviously review our compliance program in respect of abattoirs with the slaughtering, obviously. But I think what is clear is that this is a rogue operator, that is not reflective of the rest of the meat industry. And so we'll be looking at that issue in isolation.
Well, that's what I wanted to know. How do you know that this is a rogue operator and that this isn't widespread throughout the industry?
Well, we will ramp up our inspections in terms of abattoirs there, but I think that looking at the footage, obviously, that it is extreme in terms of mistreatment of animals. I don't think anyone would say that is standard practice out there, but where we do find evidence of these issues occurring, then we will take the full action we can.
What kind of damage do you think this will do to the meat and livestock industry?
Oh, I think it's very damaging in terms of perception out there. Obviously, this issue will raise further debate around the welfare standards at abattoirs.
Animal Liberation wants CCTV cameras to be installed in abattoirs and the footage monitored every few days. Is that something that you would look at, and is it feasible?
I think that's an issue that really requires a bit more thought and debate. I don't have an opinion on that. I mean, my job is basically compliance. I've taken the action in terms of the abattoir. However, I think that we would expect that issue will come up for further discussion in the very near future.
And given the outrage that we saw with the Four Corners investigation last year, how do you expect the public to react to this?
I think they'd be like myself, very shocked, very angry that people could do that to animals. And I think that they'll be looking to the government to take action, which is what we have done.
So you say the investigation is underway. How long is it expected to take?
I really can't answer at the moment. It's going to require, we'll be coordinating the investigation with the RSPCA and DPI. Obviously our people will be at the abattoir for the next couple of days, looking at records and the like, interviewing people, and we'll do the full investigation at that point.
Peter Day, thanks for joining us this morning.